The morning sun shining through the window wakes me up. Instinctively, I roll over and feel an empty space beside me. Blinking my eyes open, I see the absence of Kaori. She must already be up. What time is it? I check the time and it's before 8 a.m. Kaori's not a morning person. I wonder where she could be. It doesn't seem like sleep will return to me anytime soon, so I decide to get up as well. I roll out of bed and get ready for the day. Once I've freshened up, I decide to look for Kaori. I go downstairs and check the living room and kitchen, but I don't see her there. I'm about to return upstairs when I hear a faint noise in the room down the hall. Maybe that's her? Carefully, I inch closer. What? Whoa! It sounds like she's enjoying herself in there. The door is partially open and I'm very tempted to take a look. Sneak a peek or leave her to her business. I'm gonna sneak a peek here. I'm curious what she's up to. Gently, I creep the door open, and I'm welcomed by the most magnificent sight, I'm afraid. Oh! Now I see why there was a sexual content and mature-ish warning on this page. Wait, can I get Pongo? Can I actually show this on Steam? I should probably look this up. So doing some looking. I guess it's okay to show this. Pongo, why don't you come back down off the screen? Show the people what glorious sight we have to behold here, and yeah, that's one way to wake up in the morning. Kaori's back faces me, and she is bent forward on her hands and knees. Her head raises high as she arches her back, her spine curving delicately. She wears skin-tight yoga shorts which emphasize the plush shape of her behind. I could get used to this view.
Oh.
Really used to this view. A floorboard creaks as I try to get a closer look. I freeze, but Kaori doesn't notice. She's wearing headphones which block out other noises. Is it bad that I just now noticed the headphones? Her back curves upward in a stretch and she lets out another moan. I get the feeling I really shouldn't be watching this. And I definitely shouldn't be watching her in secret. Good morning. Swing that swooty, I'ma smack that booty. Leave before she notices. Option 2 is going to result in utmost death. I'm 100% sure I will die if I pick that one. So, good morning, Kaori, sweetheart. Hey, Kaori. Kaori. She continues stretching, unable to hear me.
Kaori!
Finally, she pauses and turns to look at me. She blinks in surprise but smiles when she sees me. Then she freezes as she realizes what position she's in and that I've seen her in this compromising position. She scrambles to her feet, her face flushed red from both exercise and embarrassment as she rips off her headphones.
How long have you been standing there?
Enough to enjoy the view and have it etched in my memory forever. I just got here. Kaori tugs on her shorts, which still delightfully reveal a lot of skin. She gives me a glare of death and crosses her arms. I figured that the death glare was a normal thing for her.
Why were you spying on me like some sort of creep?
Would I really go out of my way to get your attention if I was being a creep? Got her. She's about to retort, but stops as she mulls over my words. Her face softens, but her arms are still crossed.
Still.
An awkward silence falls, but at least she no longer looks a step away from stabbing me. Now she's 2 steps.
What do you need?
Huh?
Well, you were looking for me, and now you found me.
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking back as to what I was just witnessing and got a little lost. I'm back now. Now I'm back. Oh, it wasn't anything specific. I was just looking for you. I missed you. She doesn't respond. So, yoga.
Yeah, yoga.
She's still a bit snippy. Maybe I should do something to smooth things over. I'll yoga too. As you were. Let me go back to watching. No, you know what? I don't want her to keep giving me this look of she's about to murder me. I'll yoga too. May I join you? Kaori blinks in surprise.
Are you being serious?
Yes. I nod. Yeah. My girlfriend is always telling me I have to get more into fitness stuff anyway. Now is as good a time as any to get started. Kaori gives me a strange look, but inevitably is won over by my enthusiasm and my boyish charm. My enthusiasm and boyish charm, that's gonna get me far in life.
Okay, grab that extra mat over there. We'll go over the basics first.
Good, after the ice skating, I could probably use this. Yes, ma'am. I do as she instructs. She shows me some basic poses, which I thoroughly enjoy observing, but don't enjoy doing as much. Isn't that always the problem? Watching Kaori bend into downward-facing dog is especially glorious, and it takes some strong willpower not to just grab her. Yeah, at that point, if I do, I will be dead. My muscles are tight as she helps me into the poses, but the more we flow through a vinyasa, the more limber I feel. Vinyasa is did I say that right? I don't do yoga. By the time we're done, I'm the one helping Kaori with her stretches instead of the other way around. That wasn't so bad.
I've been telling you that for a while.
I mean, I don't think it's something I would choose to do on my own, but if it means I get to spend more time with you, then I would gladly do yoga every day. Kaori blushes, then looks away.
Your help shouldn't be my responsibility.
I laugh and wrap my arms around her. She gasps as I pull her close. I'm so lucky that you care so much about my well-being. What would I do without you? Before she can respond, I plant a quick kiss on her lips. A smile softens her face and she pecks my cheek.
All right, I think it's time we wrap it up and shower.
That's a fantastic idea. I look down at my clothes, matted with sweat. A shower's definitely in order. That sounds like a pretty good idea. We head back upstairs to the room. After we enter the room, Kaori puts a change of clothes onto the bed. For me or for her? I go shower first at Kaori's request. After I'm done, she goes. She glances at the time when she returns.
We should head out soon if you want to reach the lodge at a normal hour. It might take a little bit to check in and get settled.
Sure. We quickly pack up some clothes and necessities and then head out. We are ready to head out the door, so we make sure to say a quick goodbye to her family first. Naomi drives us to the bus station, and we arrive only a few minutes before the next bus does. The journey there is uneventful. The countryside flies by in a white and green blur. Kaori's head drops to my shoulder as she falls asleep. I smile as I look at her peaceful face, making sure not to disturb her. She wakes up when we arrive, and after a short taxi ride, we reach the hotel within the lodge grounds. Check-in is a breeze, and it isn't long before we're unpacking in our room.
We made it!
We finally made it. Long day of travel, it sounds like. Yep. The room is modest and clean. A large king bed with crisp white sheets in the center of the room. The bathroom has a sparkling clean tub large enough for two. I make mental note of that. It may be useful later. Kaori flips through the brochures she'd grabbed from the front desk. It looks like they list out the different activities the lodge offers. There are the usual winter sports, an ice sculpture garden, winter market, and glass igloos which can be rented for the night. That sounds interesting.
This looks interesting. Ooh, and this too.
She points to a few different things, ticking check marks as she goes. I smile and flop onto the bed. Kaori seems to be enjoying herself by choosing our activities. All I care about is spending time with her, so I'm happy to let her choose. She did plan our trip when we went to the Comic-Con in Ace Academy, so let her have her fun with this. After she's planned out our entire trip, we decide to just relax in the hotel room. I decide to make use of the big jacuzzi tub and love every minute of it. We flip through the TV and watch the local channels until our stomachs growl. Neither one of us really feels like moving, so we decide to treat ourselves to room service instead. We both choose the chef's special for the night, which is freshly grilled fish. Apparently, they also offer ice fishing on the grounds, so they mean it when they say fresh. As expected, the food is amazing and we devour it all. A wide yawn escapes Kaori's mouth. Are you tired?
I think I am.
Really? You slept the entire ride over here. She slips onto the bed and hugs a pillow.
I was awake really early this morning. It'll be good to have an early night. We've got a lot planned for tomorrow.
Her eyes are closed as she talks, and I grin. The poor girl really is tired. Well, at least change your clothes.
Okay.
No argument? Just not gonna fight me on this one, huh? Not gonna argue there. Mustering the energy to move, she drags herself off of the bed. She quickly changes and gets ready, then crawls right back into bed. By the time I've gotten ready too, she is fast asleep. I slip into bed next to her and cuddle her into me. In her sleep, she seeks me out, huddling close. There's a smile on my face as I slowly drift to sleep. Why is she so cute all the time? Even when she's being a typical tsundere, she's still gosh dang cute. We wake up bright and early at the hotel and order room service for breakfast. Afterwards, we put on our hats and jackets and start our day. So, what are the plans for today? Kaori unfolds a small map she must have gotten from the front desk yesterday.
The ice sculpture garden is not too far from here. Maybe we can check that out.
Sounds good to me. I follow Kaori down a small path. It looks like she's leading me to some sort of winter garden, but I can see something shimmering from the distance. As we get closer, there seems to be some statues made out of glass? No, not glass, ice. Oh wow. That looks really kind of cool here. A nice little wintry background. A lot of fun. Hundreds of ice sculptures fill the area. Some are even taller than me. The sunlight filters through, causing them to shimmer like crystals. Kaori gasps. It's so cold out here that her breath puffs in front of her like a dragon.
This place is beautiful! I wonder if there's a competition.
I'm not sure. I mean, you do know more about this place than I do. You've been here before. It feels like I'm in some sort of outdoor museum. A few people trickle by, pausing to look at different ice sculptures. One of the sculptures catches my eye. It's an ice sculpture of a beautiful woman. She stands in the middle of the garden, wearing a crown made of stars. Now that I'm up close, I can see the fine details of her jewels and clothing. The sculptor was clearly talented. He somehow made it look as if her dress and hair are billowing in the wind. It's so lifelike and delicate for something so solid.
Oh, hello.
I know you. I know you. Sir Bard. I look up to see an older-looking man. He's wearing the same uniform as the people who work at the hotel. He must be someone who looks after this garden. He notices us checking out the sculpture and smiles.
The Ice Maiden caught your eye, I see.
Yes, Gingalain, it did. Can you tell me a story? I want to hear you tell me a story.
Oh, you don't know?
He gestures to the mountains surrounding us. Please, yes, he's gonna tell us a story.
There's a legend surrounding this place. It all starts with this Ice Maiden. They make a new sculpture of her and put her in the center of this garden every year.
I'm so glad he's the one telling us the story. When I did the alpha of this, it wasn't anybody. Now that it's Gingalain, oh my god, I'm excited.
The Ice Maiden was the spirit of winter, and she fell in love with a poet named Sammy. Our Black Diamond Slope is named after him.
He gestures to the towering mountain on the edge of the grounds.
He wrote about the beauty of winter, how the ice sparkled like crystals, and the soft, powdery snow coated the world in a peaceful blanket. The Ice Maiden felt how much he loved winter, how he loved her, and she felt just as much in love with him.
Kaori's expression softens as she looks at the Ice Maiden.
That's so romantic.
He nods.
Well, she came down from the skies and tried to live here on Earth with him, but that ended up causing a never-ending winter. Crops couldn't grow and people were starving. She had no choice but to return to the skies. Sammy hated being torn away from his love, and he tried to build a ladder to the heavens, but mortals aren't allowed in the heavens, and he never made it. The year he died, the world was plunged into a deep freeze as blizzards stormed from her grief. Finally, the king of the heavens took pity on her. He placed the soul of Sammy within the mountain, whose tip touches the sky, so the two of them can be together forever.
True love always prevails. That's kind of a bummer. What's the point of this story? Can I just say, though, having Gingalain tell that story and having that same voice actor from Crystalline makes me very happy. I always loved listening to him tell stories in Crystalline once we meet him. And just to have him tell that story, man, that's fantastic. But true love always prevails. I'm glad the two of them were able to be together. True love always finds a way. I smile at Kaori, who blushes. The man chuckles.
That's right.
I can't wait to see when they put his portrait in here. I wonder if he's going to look just like he does in Crystalline, or if they're going to do something a little different where it's going to be somewhat of a reference to him. But we'll see. I'm curious. Let me know what you think they're going to do in the comments down below. He stretches and gives us a nod.
Well, there's plenty more to see around here, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the garden.
We thank him as he walks away.
Let's go look at the rest of the ice sculptures.
Sure. We continue our way through the rest of the garden. We're able to see a few cool sculptures in the back. Someone carved an entire castle. I'm impressed by how each detail looks like it was painstakingly crafted. The sun rays shimmer through the towers and make it look as if it's lit from within. We pass a sculpture of a tiger with bared fangs, a massive tree with low-hanging branches, and even a dragon. By the time we're done, the sun is starting to sink in the sky. Kaori's cheeks are pink from the cold and her breath puffs in front of her face, but her eyes are wide with wonder.
That was really beautiful, wasn't it?
I nod. A lot of them looked like they were magical. Which one was your favorite?
The Ice Maiden.
Really? She grows defensive. There's the Kaori we normally know.
Yeah, really. Why are you so surprised?
You're a secret romantic.
It was a nice story, okay?
Secret romantic. She looks away, her face becoming even redder.
Well, which one was your favorite?
Also, the Ice Maiden, the giant castle, the regal dragon, the cool saber-toothed tiger. Let's agree with the waifu and also the Ice Maiden. Well, now it's definitely my favorite after having the story told to me by Gingalain. I liked the Ice Maiden too.
Really?
Yeah, I like the story behind her ice sculpture. Kaori grins broadly.
So did I.
She glances at the darkening sky.
This was fun, but we should head back now.
Sure, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We want to make it back before it gets too dark.
True. I was ready for dinner by now anyway. We're about to head back, but Kaori leads me away from the hotel and deeper into the snowy woods. Wait, isn't the hotel room the other way?
Yes, but we aren't staying there tonight.
Oh, you've got another surprise for me. Where are we staying? She glances back at me and smiles.
It's a surprise.
Playing hard to get, huh? This trip has been surprise after surprise. I can't wait to find out what this next surprise is. It's only a short walk before we come across an icy igloo. The round dome is a series of mirrored panels reflecting sparkles of the waning sun. Snow covers the extended hall leading up to a solid door. Kaori slips a key out of her pocket and opens the door. Following her inside, I'm greeted by a rush of warmth. The igloo is cozy, the perfect space for two. Plush cushions rest on top of a sleek love seat, and a large bed is centered within the room. There's a dining table with 2 piping hot meals set up. The fragrant aroma of roasted meat makes my stomach rumble. Holy cow, is this pretty. Looks like we got a little sort of bar thing on the left, and some nightstands and some couches and stuff as well. Books set up. This is a really nice view. Just look at that sky. Dang. But what takes my breath away is the view. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of the snowy field. The trees sway around us, their branches waving hello. Lingering snowflakes flutter in a frenzied dance, melting as it kisses the glass. The sun barely peeks above the horizon, the last rays faintly showering the snow with golden glitter. Whoa. Kaori waits for my reaction.
What do you think?
This view is amazing. Her grin broadens.
Isn't it? The brochure said the best view is at night, where it feels like you're camping within the comfort of the dome.
I can't wait. My stomach grumbles again, and I glance at the table. I really hope that's for us.
Yep. Let's eat before it gets cold.
We settle in and get cleaned up. Then we sit down to eat. By the time we're done, the moon hangs high in the sky. Kaori and I snuggle up on the couch. She rests her head on my shoulder as my arm wraps around her waist. Together, we gaze at the stars all around us, tiny pinpricks of light which poke through the shroud of darkness. She pulls the fuzzy blanket over us, huddling closer to me. I wrap my other arm around her too, as I listen to her breathing. 2 steaming mugs of hot chocolate rest on the end tables while we wait for it to cool. Soft candlelight bathes the room in a warm glow. It's just enough light for us to see, but not enough to obstruct the view of the sky. It's beautiful. Kaori nods. Thank you for bringing me here. This whole trip so far has been perfect. I catch a smile on her lips before she buries her face against me, squeezing me in a hug.
I wanted to do something special.
Just being with you is special. I have to up my game. Consider it a success. Normal Sylar answer would be, I have to up my game, but going with the romance route, just being with you is special. I rest my head on top of hers, enjoying her within my embrace. Just being able to spend this time with you is all I need to be happy. I feel the heat rise to Kaori's face as she continues to lean against me. She looks up at me, and I give her a soft kiss. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. She looks back up at me, genuinely curious.
Why?
I didn't think you were into the romantic stuff. She narrows her eyes and sits a bit straighter.
What makes you think I'm not?
I laugh. You just don't seem like the type who would care about that stuff. She looks like she's about to protest. It's not a bad thing. It's like how I was really surprised by how girly your room looks and that you were a ballerina. If I'd known you back then, I'd have never guessed you liked gears. Kaori pauses, then sighs.
It wasn't until I was in high school that I decided to seriously look at piloting.
Really? So, what got you into it?
I'd always liked it, actually, even when I was dancing ballet and playing dress-up.
You played dress-up. She glares at me. I'm a die out here in the snow, aren't I? I have no problem with that. We can keep playing dress-up. Never mind. I have no problem. Please don't kill me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I hastily respond. It's kind of cute, actually. Her face turns pink as she looks away.
Oh, well, yeah, I did. Anyway, even though I liked piloting in gears, I never really pursued it because I didn't think that was something that girls were supposed to like.
I mean, I could see that when you have two sisters that are into clothing and fashion. You know, the last thing you really expect is that girls are going to be into gears when the other three females, I don't know what Sophia does, but your two older sisters don't really do that stuff.
And I watched my sisters and my friends who all loved dresses and makeup and all of the traditional girly stuff. And I figured that's what I needed to love too. So I wore the cute dresses and I danced ballet, because that's what girls are supposed to do.
Did you even enjoy any of those things?
Well, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't have done it if I hated it.
She stumbles over her answer, refusing to make eye contact with me. Her face is as red as a tomato. I can't hold back my smile. She is just too cute. I know, right? If you liked it, then why did you stop? She hesitates.
I had an epiphany at the end of middle school.
That timeline sounds familiar. I think back to when Kaori and May's friendship had been strained. That had started right around the end of middle school, when Kaori found out Ryota wasn't interested in her. Because of Ryota? She nods reluctantly.
After that happened, I learned a lot of different things. And one of the things I realized was that there's no rule on what girls are supposed to do. I didn't hate all that girly stuff, but it never quite felt like it was me either. So I decided to start doing what I wanted to do and be who I wanted to be. Piloting was a lot easier to transition into than I thought it'd be. It helped me focus on myself. When I'm in Aura, there's just the battle.
I think about what she says, and I understand. When I'm an eagle, I feel safe and powerful, like I can take on the world. After all, I'm literally encased in armor. I get it. I feel the same way in Eagle. She nods.
I started focusing more on fitness and health, so I could be a better pilot. Ballet actually helped me increase my flexibility and gave me the foundation I needed for conditioning.
It sure did. I can picture her bending over as if it were yesterday. Because it was.
And as I grew stronger and more confident, I became less scared to speak my mind. How could anyone know what I was thinking if I didn't just say it? It seems pointless to not just tell the truth.
Her expression softens, and suddenly she seems strangely vulnerable. She wrings her hands together anxiously.
But I know that a lot of times people don't like how blunt I am, or they think I'm scary.
You are scary, but I love you nonetheless.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe I should have tried to be less outspoken.
Her voice trails off, and she looks wistfully back up at the sky. Don't think like that. She doesn't move. Kaori. At the sound of her name, she finally returns my gaze. Her eyes search my own as she waits to hear what I have to say. Tell her you love her, remind her how you feel with a kiss, Forget about them. Dab on them haters. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. No, just no. Option one. Option one. Are we really gonna hesitate now? Now's the time. We do it now. Watching her second guess herself makes my heart twinge. This woman is both beautiful and smart. She's fiery, yet cool. She's strong, yet delicate. She's all these opposites that you'd never guess would go together, and that's what makes her so perfect. I love how outspoken you are. I love that you wear your heart on your sleeve. I love how much you care about your friends and family. I love that you could most definitely kick my ass, but most importantly, I love you. All of you. Kaori smiles gently at my words. She pulls me in and plants a soft kiss on my lips.
That's how I feel about you, too.
Her words spark an electricity in my chest. Warmth blossoms in my heart, and I pull her in for another kiss. She giggles as she falls into me. We spend the rest of the night entangled together underneath the silvery light of the moon. Our hot chocolates are long forgotten, as cold as the frozen landscape. I never want this moment to end. Closing my eyes, I savor the feeling of blissful peace. With Kaori in my arms, I soon drift to sleep beneath the winking light of 1,000,000 stars. Damn. That got... Whew. That made me feel some things. And with that, I'm going to have to end the episode here. That was a roller coaster and quite the evening. I hope you guys did enjoy as well. If you did, let me know in the comments down below, or hitting that like button. Either or really does help me out. If you're new to the channel, make sure to unleash your power by hitting the subscribe button down below today as well if you want to see more content like this, and ring that little notification bell. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. Links to those will be in the description down below, and I will see all you heroes in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.